Hello everyone, let's begin with our book Pebbles of Grammar of Class 4, which is by Galaxy Publications. Hello everyone, today we are going to begin with our new chapter, that is chapter number 20, Punctuation. What is punctuation basically? Punctuation are certain marks or signs which we use while writing a sentence. These sentences are actually given a pause or they are separated from their parts, and in order to make the meaning clear, we use the marks and the signs which are called as punctuation. So let's read the book. The book states punctuation means the marks or signs which are used in writing to separate sentences and their parts to make the meaning clear. Most commonly punctuation which are used are full stop, semicolon, quotation marks or inverted commas, comma, question mark, colon or colon and exclamation mark. Then what does the full stop basically do? What it is used? Let's now read here. So the full stop is denoted by a dot. Full stop is denoted by a dot and the full stop means a long pause, एक बहुत बड़ा ठहराव. यानी कि आपको एक सेंटेंस खत्म करके जब दूसरा सेंटेंस बोलना है तो उसके बाद आपको थोड़ी देर ठहरना है. This full stop denotes that stoppage or the stop over there between the two sentences. We use it at the end of the statement or command when we are doing or stating something or giving a command. So when we are using it, we are using it at the end. We also use it for abbreviations and after initials. हम उसे abbreviations के तौर पे भी यूज़ करते हैं और initials के बाद भी यूज़ करते हैं. Suppose we are doing our initials means signature. Suppose I am writing here my name and signing off. So how will I write? I will write as Sheena and a dot over there. So we are using it in the initial. Then they were talking about abbreviations. For example, I say a word, उसकी अगर हमें short form लिखनी है जैसे कि between, तो आप between के लिए भी TW लिखेंगे and a full stop. So this is another short form and how you can use the full stop. The examples given over here are the earth moves around the sun. This full stop over here is actually defining that this is a statement given over here. Then the second example is the parrot is green. Again a full stop at the end. Third statement is Shimla is a hill station and a full stop. Fourth one, she is a teacher and a full stop. So with this we have completed what does the full stop mean. It actually means a long pause and it comes at the end of the statement or the command. Let's now move to our next punctuation mark and that is a comma. So just now we have studied about full stop. Now we are going to study about comma. This is the mark or the sign that is used for using a comma. What is the use of comma? We use comma to separate words of the same part of the speech. Like I speak a sentence, Ram, Mohan, Sheena and Ravi. So I am speaking a group of names over here and in between those names we will use comma because they are from the same part of the speech. Like they are given the example over here. Peacock, parrot, sparrow and crow are all birds. So in between peacock, parrot and sparrow we have put a comma. Similarly, in the next sentence, mother bought apples, oranges and banana. So, there are the same part of the speech, hence we are using what? Comma in between apple and oranges. The important point while using comma is, we use comma to separate words used in addressing a person or persons. Now, for example, if I say Kavita, open your book. When I am naming a person, I am addressing someone after Kavita, hence I will use a comma. Similarly, in the second sentence, Rima, go to the library. I am giving a command to Rima. I am addressing a person and her name is Rima. So, after Rima over here, I will put the punctuation mark, comma. Then, one more thing about comma is, we also use a comma to separate a part of a sentence. Sentence के एक हिस्से को आप अलग करने के लिए comma लगा सकते हैं. For example, the farmer is tired, comma, he is worried too. दो sentences हो गए हैं farmer के बारे में और हमने दो sentences को एक को दूसरे से अलग किया है. Tired के बाद we have put a comma. Similarly, in the second sentence, the teacher says, the teacher is saying something, hence we have put a comma after says, and then we have spoken what she is saying, that is, honesty is the best policy. This is the dialogue of the teacher. So, we have separated the dialogue from the sentence by putting a comma in between. So, with this, we have done the comma on this page. The next punctuation mark given on the next page is the semicolon. Semicolon is actually a mixture of a dot and a comma, and this is what the sign indicates. We use semicolon to show a longer pause than the comma. For example, he came, he saw, he conquered, and a full stop. The next sentence is, her coat was pure, her lifesaver. So, if we are using a longer pause, then we put a semicolon for expressing ourselves in the sentence. The next one is the colon. What is the use of the colon? The colon is used to show a longer pause than the semicolon. So, we are using colon for using a much longer pause than the semicolon. For example, she said, and then we are giving a pause. I will go to Delhi tomorrow. So, how we will state the sentence in continuity? She said, I will go to Delhi tomorrow. So, by seeing these two dots, we can identify that a colon has been used for maintaining a pause, a longer one. Then, the next punctuation mark is the question mark. We use question mark at the end of an interrogative sentence. What is an interrogative sentence? An interrogative sentence is a sentence which asks questions, and an interrogative sentence is always ending with what? Always ending with a question mark. For example, where are you going? End it with a question mark. Second one, will you go to Delhi? Then again we end it with a question mark. Third one is, why are you laughing? And again we end it with a question mark. Then the next one is the exclamation mark. Exclamation mark is used after interjections. As I told you earlier also, in your previous chapter interjections, or you can say an exclamatory sentence, we use our feelings and those feelings are expressed by special words by denoting an exclamation mark at the end. For example, what a sweet song, and hence an exclamatory mark has been put over here so that it is laying emphasis on our feelings that we are expressing what a sweet song. Second one is, oh dear, I have lost my purse. So after oh dear, this is the word expressing our feelings, we have put an exclamation mark, whereas later on I have continued the sentence over here as I have lost my purse and a full stop. Then the third one is well done. Well done and a exclamation mark over here. And the fourth one, that is the last one, what a terrible accident, and hence we have put an exclamation mark again. Then the next one is the quotation mark. How is it denoted? Quotation mark is denoted by 2 commas, inverted commas or single inverted commas on the top of the word. A quotation mark is used in the beginning and the end of a quotation. When we are trying to quote something, then we use the quotation mark. That is also known as inverted commas. We can use single as well as double inverted commas. For example, he said to her, then a comma. Then when we are writing this part, we are telling the dialogue or the quotation given by the person, we are putting the quotation mark over here. We will begin the quotation with the mark and then end it also with the quotation mark. Now when we are marking this, remember you have to begin with this, and when we are ending, this circle will come on the top. The next one is they said, comma, then a quotation mark, we are going to America, then again a quotation mark for stopping or completing the quotation. Next is father said, a comma, then a quotation mark, regular exercise keeps us physically fit, a full stop and a quotation mark. Now remember, when we are ending the sentence with a quotation mark, that does not mean that you will not put a full stop. You have to put a full stop also at the end. So with this, we have now studied all the punctuation marks. I hope you have understood. Let's now begin with the practice exercise. The first question of the practice exercise states, punctuate the following sentences. So we have to read the sentences and then we have to punctuate. Let's begin with the first sentence. The first sentence is, why is she crying? In this sentence, we will begin with capitals. Is she crying? And since it's a question, we will put a question mark for the same. Then on the next page, number 2, the second statement is, Delhi is the capital of India. And in this sentence, first we'll begin the word capitals, then we'll end it with a full stop. Third sentence, all that glitters is not gold. Again in this sentence, we will begin the sentence with A in capital letters. Then we'll put a full stop in the end. Fourth statement is, Bacon says reading makes a full moon. In this sentence, Bacon, B has to be written in capital letters. Then after says, we'll put a comma. Then we'll begin the quotation with inverted commas and then a full stop. The fifth sentence, bravo, what a fine catch. And in this sentence, the capital B will be written, then we'll add exclamation mark after bravo. W will be written in capital letters and then a full stop at the end. Similarly, in the sixth question, hurrah, our country has won the series. So, hooray will be written in capital letters, the H will be written in capitals, then an exclamation mark, then again O will be written in capitals, and at the end we will put a full stop. Seventh statement, what a beautiful dress you are wearing, and it's an exclamatory sentence. So we will write W as capitals, and then at the last we will put an exclamation mark. Next, the eighth one is Jennifer is my best friend, and in Jennifer, J has to be written in capitals. Then at the end we will put a full stop. Ninth, can you help me with this puzzle? And in this sentence, C has to be written in capitals, and then after the puzzle, since it's a question, we will put a question mark at the end. Then we move to the next, that is the 10th one. The answer for the 10th question is W has to be written in the capitals. Are going to Mumbai, again M is to be written in capitals, comma, on Monday, again M is to be written in capitals since it's a proper noun. Then the 11th sentence, wait, don't open the door. Now in this sentence, we'll write W in capitals, then we'll put a comma after wait, and then in the word don't, we will put a comma above the N. It becomes don't open the door and a full stop in the end. 12th sentence, look, there's a rainbow in the sky. Again in this sentence, we'll begin the sentence with the capital letter, that is L, and then we'll put a comma after look. Then we will write there's and an apostrophe S after E, a rainbow in the sky and a full stop. Then we come to the 13th one. Mom, Dad and I went to the zoo yesterday. In this sentence, we will write M capital of mom, we'll put a comma, then we'll write Dad and I went to the zoo yesterday. In this sentence, I will be written again in capitals and a full stop at the end of the sentence. Then the last sentence, 14th one is, my name is Rahul and I am 9 years old. Again in this sentence, we will begin the sentence with capital letter. Then later on, we will write the name Rahul, R capital, and I will also be written in capital. Then at the end, we'll put a full stop. And hence, now we have completed this question. Let's now move to the next page. The B question is punctuate the following. So first we will read it and then we will complete the following. One day Rita and her friend Dina went to the park. They saw a dog running after a ball. So first, one day Rita and her friend Meena went to the park. In this sentence, first we'll begin with capital O. One day Rita and her friend Meena went to the park and a full stop after the word park. They saw a dog running after a ball. So we will begin with they saw a dog running after a ball and again a full stop. Oh no, said Rita. I think the ball is mine. So how we will write? Oh, no, said Rita, then a comma, and what did she say? She said, I think the ball is mine, and after mine we will put a full stop, and don't forget to put the quotation mark also. Then the dog stopped, looked at Rita and wagged its tail. So we will write the dog stopped. Since the sentence is in continuity, so what we will put over here? The dog stopped, comma, looked at Rita and wagged its tail. Then we'll put a full stop after tail. The next line is, Meena laughed and said, what a friendly dog. So we will begin with capitals, Meena, then laughed, and said. After said, we will put a commas. We will put a comma and we will write from here, what a friendly dog. Put a full stop, close the inverted commas or the quotation mark, and hence this is the paragraph actually got punctuated with all the punctuation marks. So let's now move to the C question, that is, write sentences on your own using the various punctuation marks. आपको इन सारे punctuation marks को use करके अपने आप sentences को बनाना है. And this question is actually now for your practice. You will do this question on your own. I hope you have now understood how punctuation marks are used. Now keep practicing, keep studying, and keep watching till we meet with our next video. Thank you, and once again take care. Stay tuned and keep watching till the next video. Till then, take care and goodbye.